All right, y'all, episode 103. Today we are doing a gratitude check, so we're going to go around the table and just spew out things that we are grateful for. In honor of Thanksgiving week, happy Thanksgiving, everybody and your families.
Yes.
Hope you have a great holiday and enjoy it. So with that being said, C-Rebel, you're the guest of honor. Go ahead and kick it off.
How am I the guest of honor?
Because you're here sitting in for Grandmaster B.
All right. I just wanted to see what you were going to say.
Does that answer your question?
Good enough. Fair enough.
Damn you.
I thought I was going to pickle him, and he came right back with one. I'm going backwards on mine, if that's all right.
Yeah,
I'm going 5-4.
Do you, bruh.
Honestly, it is my place of employment. Number 5 is my place of employment. It allows me, I'm grateful for my job. It allows me to do many, many things. It gives me a lot of freedoms to do what I want.
About that.
And anybody knows me knows I've been in some pretty pickled gutters there over the years.
Did you say pickles?
Yes, I did say pickled gutters.
A lot of pickled places.
A lot of pickled places where I went, fuck am I going to get out of this one?
Yeah. Damn you.
You know, so to still end up on my feet and to end up where I'm at, I have to be grateful for it.
Absolutely, man. That's a key to a lot of things, man. We're able to make that cash flow and,
right,
you know, accessibility and freedom, all that stuff, man. It's great. Good pick. Hollywood.
You know, I'm going to put that as one of my probably 4th or something.
I put it 5th.
Yeah.
I'm going backwards.
My job, another, you know, like yours. I'm very grateful for what I had. And I was just talking about this today with somebody. You know, come a long way, you know, from where I started there to now, 25 years to get where I'm at now. And, you know, I got a lot of leeway.
God,
and I'm very, very thankful. And I always put that first and foremost, you know, when, you know, people try to complain about this, and it's like, you know, I understand what it's to be on a line. I understand where you got to ask to go to the bathroom. You get a certain, you know, amount of time for breaks and you got to go back. I lived all that. I did all that. I feel for them people. Mm-hmm. I have the freedom to roam the whole plant, whatever I want to do. And I take care of my job and I help others. And so that's one of my things that I'm very, very grateful. And I've had some great bosses along the way. You know, I mean, for what I do, you know, I'm a box specialist. I put the boxes on the truck damaged. I, you know, view them and stuff like that. And I really love it. But I've loved it when I had 10 years in, but it just wasn't my time. You know what I mean? So it took me 25 to do this. And I love the people I work around. You know, my guys, and, you know, there's some girls, and it's just, it's a really good time. You know, and that's the best part, when you can go to work and for the most part get along and have a good time. That's
right.
That's,
absolutely. So
that's one of mine right there. You know, like you said, C-Rebel, same thing. Is I'm really blessed, and I'm thankful to have that, and do the good and the bad, the work and the ugly. You know, like we know the 12 hours, the holidays being away, but
right. But when you say it like that, say it again. 25 years.
Yeah, I got 30.
Think about where you were when you first started.
Yes.
You know, I mean, I think about I've been doing what I'm doing for 20 years, and I think about, wow.
I started in chassis. They put me up in the paint, suit, paint everywhere, and I came through all that. It's like, wow, look where you're at now.
Right.
Amazing. So I'm grateful for that. That's one of mine.
I'm glad you brought that up, because I was just thinking about that the other day. The climb, you know what I'm saying? The
yes.
journey. You don't always appreciate it as you're going through.
What are you, Miley Cyrus?
As we want more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
it's the climb.
I'd like to finish my thought if you don't mind. But what I was saying
Not at all.
When you're thinking about that and how far you've come, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's when you're able to reflect on it.
And with age and stuff, you know, you start like, more and more I start realizing different things. And like I told you before, you'll realize that when you get in your 40s, and it'll change. 45, you'll start seeing different things.
Well, you got 30, you said what, 20? I'm at 16, so we're veterans in what we do.
But think about where you were. Like, look at how much you've climbed the last 5 years. Think where you were 15 years ago when you first started this.
Are you thinking about Miley Cyrus right now?
No, you were playing Miley Cyrus. But I mean, it kind of I mean, not to quote Miley Cyrus, but I mean, think about where you were at, what you had before you started this job.
And at that time.
And what you have today.
100%.
Did each one of you think, can I really do this for fucking 20-some years? Did you do it?
I didn't think so, no.
Honest to God, when I started doing this, my son, he's 23 years old. And when I started doing this, I had to do it because I needed a job. And I walked in the door and I went, fuck this. 6 months tops.
Yeah.
I'm going to wake up in the morning and still do the same shit tomorrow, 24 and a half, 22
I had friends
years later.
literally
I feel that, though.
The first break, they left their gloves glasses.
Oh, yeah, people
At
just walk
Chrysler's,
off.
they did that?
Walked right away, first break. Hey, man, I'm not coming back. Where you going, man? I can't do this.
You're making $29.50 an hour. Oh, well.
Oh, yeah.
Quit wasn't for them. Sad.
I've seen people, hey, I'm going to lunch. Don't come back.
Oh, I've seen that a million times.
And you wonder, where are they at in life right now, where we're at?
Yeah.
And you ask them.
We had a guy who started as a high-low operator, true story, and he was doing it. And our high-low is kind of a clusterfuck with what you got to do. He hated it so bad after 6 hours, he wrote a note on the high-low and put, "You guys are a fucking joke," and left.
Wow.
And that's a little note he left on the high-low.
That's like the ultimate F you, F you, F you.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
cool, but I'm out of here.
Fuck you out.
L.A. night.
Yeah. No, but I'm with you, man. Like, I'm kind of in lockstep there. No, my number 4 was the opportunities I've been blessed with. You know, as far as work, like, I look at this year alone and to the year prior, I'm just so thankful for the chances and
Yeah, you've had
opportunities to have.
a pretty
So-
good 2023, haven't you?
Yeah, no,
yes,
it's been
you have.
great. I got no complaints, man.
good, man.
So I'm just very, very thankful for that. So
And that's good for you that you had that. I'm happy for you on
I
that.
appreciate that.
Yes,
man.
yes, absolutely.
You got to be thankful for those things and when opportunities come, you got to capitalize too. you
Right.
know?
Yeah,
So
I agree.
that's good. See, Rebel, back to you then.
My number 4 was my health. Yeah, I mean, I'm not Richard Simmons, but I'm doing well enough to where I feel good. I can get up every morning. I can go do, and all the stuff I'm doing right now, I can enjoy to do without
Yeah.
with a lot of pain or anything like that. So my health is the next thing I'm.
So what are you doing different?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. God just blessed me with a good heart and good set of lungs. I'm able to get up every
You're
day.
not trying to eat better or
No,
try anything
not
out?
in particular. You know.
Okay.
And just, I mean, I'm kind of watching. I did substitute my coffee. I don't put sugar in my coffee anymore. I now use Splenda.
You look a little bit better.
Yeah, so I can't say that I have done it. I've lost about 30 pounds.
Yeah.
But that was just because I'm not eating a bag of chips at lunchtime. I eliminated all that stuff. So, yeah, I
Sugar.
guess I am cheating.
Sugar. You said sugar.
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 Sugar. Sugar.
Put that together.
Shalana kenta zen. Shukran.
No, yeah, that's different. huh?
Shukran.
Yeah.
No más sugar.
You're not taking no pills. You're not taking no shots.
I do take. I have something called acid. I have something called Barrett's
Oh
esophagus
yeah, fine. I'm
disease.
saying you, but you're not taking no weight loss.
No,
Good,
nothing
yeah, you
like
don't
that.
want to
no.
cheat. You don't want to be a cheater on that. All natural.
I'm just not pounding in a fucking way like it's an empty.
Well, we know
fucking
you're not
hole
pounding.
every Friday.
We know you're not pounding. See, rebel down. No, you look good, man. Though.
Yeah, thank you,
Good,
you.
brother.
Yeah,
Thank
much
you.
better, bro.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, good one. Hollywood, over to you.
I'm gonna go with my dog. My dog, Chapo. I named
You
him
can't
El
beat
Chapo.
it. You can't beat a great dog.
Dude, he's-
can't beat one.
I'm looking at him today before I come to the cast. I said, "Look how good you are, man." My buddy comes over. He's like, he's a real good dog, man. He's well trained. And I said, Chop. I go, I got to go to the cast tonight, bud. You're gonna have the house to yourself. He's looking at me like, I bought him a new bed and everything for, got a good deal on it at Home Depot, and he was laying in that thing like a pig in shit. And I said, I'm thankful to have you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We go for walks, and he follows me everywhere. When I'm watching a football game, he's laying right there sleeping, snoring. I'm like, if I didn't have him there, how lonely it would be. He's great.
Love that.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
No matter where you go, whether it's to the mailbox,
Yes.
you leave for work, you come back, they love you.
He wants to be there. He wants to be right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dogs can mess up your relationship sometimes. You're so happy to see them. How come you're not had excitement to see me? Well, you're not shaking your ass when I walk in the door, baby.
That's a good one. See, Rebel Dot Mill.
And shit.
Yeah.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
I love my dogs, man. I'm with you on that one. I guess I would just have, the ability to get up every day and have the freedoms I do.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? The breath and freedom are so undervalued and underappreciated.
Yep, just take it for granted.
And I just remember, man, this day sucks. Now I try to live for the day, do the best I can on a daily. There's days you just don't got the juice, man. But you try to get through it and be happy, and just enlighten other people too, man. Because
Yes,
that
yes.
shit goes a long way. You can pass that down.
no
You
doubt.
understand?
Oh, yeah, it's contagious. Oh, absolutely.
You understand?
I've absolutely. A good attitude is very contagious.
Even today, I was walking out of an account, and a lady was like, "I really like your outfit." And I was like, "Oh, thank you." It just caught me off guard. I was a little pickled. I'm like, I didn't, but thank you. So I went in my truck, and I fired off a couple nice text messages to my guys, because it rubbed off on me. I'm like, I need to do that. You know what I'm saying?
She wasn't just commenting your outfit.
I think she wanted me, but it's okay.
Yeah, I know. So
I'm
and
a
all
good
you
boy,
do-
so I just took it for what it was and
You'd
kept
be
it.
amazed. You'd be amazed, really, when you talk to people like that, what it does, man.
Well, absolutely. Good attitude is very contagious.
Yeah, I think it's important, man, and to not take advantage because you just never know. We see it all the time. Bad shit happens, and you can't worry about that per se, but you got to live in the moment.
I see this girl at work every day, and I come by, she's just got this big old beautiful smile. I said, every time I see you, you put me in a good mood. And she's just like, what? And I'm like, see, look at you. You just got the brightest smile. She's like, oh, thank you.
Is it her smile that puts you in a good mood? Or?
Yeah, it's.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. That smile, though. You know what I mean? Like, she's just a happy person, and she just gives you that glow. And it just feeds.
is that good energy, man?
Oh, it's true.
Oh, yeah. Any small act of kindness is very contagious.
Because you don't know.
All the shit that happens in the world today.
Anybody that walks by you don't know what's going on in their life right now.
Yeah.
You have no idea.
Right. And a simple, hey, how you doing today?
Yeah.
Can change somebody's whole day.
Oh, absolutely. I love it.
Hey, you matter. You're not just walking out.
Yeah,
No matter
that's-
what you're going through, you know what I'm saying?
You matter. Yes.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one, Billy.
Thank you. So that was Breath and Freedom, so over to you.
Over to me. So we're on 4. So number 3.
Yep.
What I have is number 3. Number 3 I had was I'm grateful for my friends, the friends that I have in my life right now. I have a lot of friends that I've known literally 30 plus years. They're still around, still alive, haven't died in overdoses. You know what I mean? And to have the core friends that I have.
Are they still living in South Warren?
Yes, you know what? There's a lot of them that are. I stay true to my roots, baby.
No, hey, that's
One of my best friends in the whole world, and his name was Alex. Grandmaster B knows him well. He does the sprinklers. He grew up at 10 Mile in Van Dyke, and he probably makes as much money as all of us combined. I mean, does great. Lived at 10 Mile in Van Dyke, and when he wanted to go buy his own house, he moved directly across the street from the house he grew up with. I mean, lived in the house he grew up with till he was 35 years old. Then bought the house right across the street from him and completely remodeled it, spent $100,000 on the house, and still lives there this day. He could buy 10 of those houses, but that's where he's comfortable at.
Right.
Hey, South Warren must sound like this.
I don't know what are you talking about.
That's the first drop of the day. Usually we've had that about 16 times where it shouldn't even have belonged at.
Oh, get your dollar South Warren.
I don't know what you're talking about. Come on, don't bullshit me.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Hollywood, over to you.
I mean, we got a lot of similarities, and what I believe that we got written down on our paper.
That's why I didn't have to write these down because this was one of the most easiest things for me to do. It
was good when I seen it. When I seen it, I'm like, oh, this is great. Reconnecting with some of my other friends. Reconnecting, and some come from bad situations. You know what I'm saying? And knowing that love is there, and your friends can come to you and talk to you, and they went through some shit. You know what I mean? And to see them come around again is the most gratifying, and I'm so grateful for that.
Euphoric. You feel euphoric when they do that.
Yes, like God, man, you're my boy. I've known you since 7th grade, 6th grade. You know what I mean? And you're still around. I'm thankful for that. Get the group of people together and you go on, you have a good time, and you just, it's just different. You know what I'm saying? Real different, and I'm thankful for that for some of the friends I have in my life still, and
it's almost like we wrote each other's lists.
Yeah, it's amazing because some people don't have that, bro.
Right?
They don't have. They're like, oh no, when I graduated, I kind of left all that.
Right? Absolutely, that's true. That's another reason it drives my point home. Same as what you're saying right now. I'm very grateful that my core stayed. My core.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
yes. It's a blessing, man. It really is.
The guy I was talking about, how I met him, honestly, I met him because me and my twin brother beat him up in Mrs. Sickless class in kindergarten because he took a toy from me. So me and my brother plotted in the back room and we beat him up in kindergarten. We became best friends. Honest to God, true story. That was in kindergarten. We're 47 years old. We're a month apart in age. We're still we talked as much today as we did 45 years ago.
Awesome.
Mr. Gibbons, get in here. Let me smack you on the ass with a ruler. Sound mute.
And I went running. Okay.
That's a good one, man. And you know what's funny? Not everybody's that lucky to stay with that core.
Yeah, just what he said.
'Cause I look at me, for instance, like my core, one went to prison, one I don't speak to anymore, and one's gone. You know, so it's tough. But now I've made friends along the way.
Yes, yeah.
Like I have buddies from high school still. I have one buddy I talk to. I've known him as long as Josh, and we get together for fantasy football maybe another time throughout the year. You tired? You need coffee?
No, I'm good. Why?
You're yawning. I just want to make sure
I
you're
didn't yawn. Cameron, did you see me yawn?
Oh, we'll play it back. Don't worry.
You can play it back. You want to see it?
Where's the flag? Damn you.
And I was smart to go like this.
I'm
when
born the fucking guy again.
Nobody would have known that. You would have said, because I turned like this, and you would have fucking called me out of my bullshit.
It's unlit over here, baby. You know it. But yeah, you know, I think that's a great thing. You know,
Damn you!
we need a double shot of espresso. Where the fuck Dan Campbell at? We get this guy a fucking large chocolate mocha. Or
But
something.
you see, you know, and I've even witnessed to see, you know, like I've told you before, some of your friends, just amazing guys that he's come along. You know, some I knew that he grew up with, and some, like he's saying, throughout his life. I mean, good dudes, man. You know, really great guy. And I tell him, I said, you know, Mike, you got some good friends, man. They really do. They appreciate you, and they like coming to your place, and you know, they're just good guys.
Yeah, you know, like Phil.
Yeah.
Bobo, he went to the fights with us throughout the years, and he's one of my best friends. We got, you know, James in New York, so there's still those guys I always still connect with, and it's a great thing.
Yeah.
I love that you guys.
How is
pointed it
James,
out.
by the way?
He's doing good. He's doing
I didn't
good.
mean to. I'm just wondering how.
Yeah, no, I'm madly in love.
Is he really? He's in love. Man, that's a dangerous game, man.
I saw some nice pictures he posted.
That's nice.
So
I'm
he's
so
doing
happy
well,
for
man.
the guy.
I'm really happy for him. It made
Good
me
for him,
smile
man.
when I
Good
saw
for him.
that.
Yeah.
I never actually got to do a show with him. I'm disappointed I didn't, because I've heard him. Some of his content on your early shows was really amazing.
He's a smart cat, man.
Yeah. And so I'd have loved it on the show with him.
You think we can get him on the phone, Dom? Yeah.
I think one day we can.
Yes.
Yeah, I would love to banter back and forth with him, because he was really, really, really. I mean, and that kicked off the beginning of your show when you had just James on there.
Yeah, it was actually
because he was
just
really
us two.
amazing.
Yeah, and then B came on and Hollywood hopped on. It's now we're 5 of the week, baby.
Right, and I pop on here. I was supposed to do one guest spot, and I've done I don't know how many shows now, at least a half a dozen.
He's the most tenured, I'd say.
Who's that?
Chiplin Giblin.
Oh yeah, Chicory.
No, you're a big star, man. I mean, really,
People love you, C-Rebel.
they do see Rebel.
The one I told you about this, I had one time I had somebody tell me, he's like, "Hey, I've seen you on 5 of the week."
Yeah.
That was great, dude. I felt like Mickey Cochran.
Yeah.
He had that one moment. It's like when I was at the 50 Cent concert. Someone noticed me there out of all these thousands of people. I was like, I was drunk, but I was starstruck. Oh, thank you. You know, and I got lost in what I was doing, but it was just really cool. It's a cool thing.
Because you seen you on 5 of the week podcast.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Tell me how cool that was.
Philly 5 of the week? Oh, shit. I was like, yeah, man, how you doing? And he was just off. We're partying and having a good time.
That's awesome.
It's good.
It was great, man. So where are we at here?
We're at number
3, I believe.
3, yes. We're number 3.
Okay, so you did Friends. I had health like you did, you know, and I'm not like at my peak right now. Kind of went down not no path, but I just haven't been as healthy as I'd like to be. But I always plan to get back to that and stay healthy, because health is so important. You know, I'm so grateful for that I'm able to still do all the things I like to do. Like my buddies at work bust my chops all the time for being the old man of the team, but I still get it done, man.
Old man of the team.
Yeah.
How old are you, Philly?
37.
I don't remember 37.
I still feel good though, man. So I'm
Good. You
blessed
got to
for
keep
that.
it up. You got to keep it up.
I'm very, very
Right.
grateful. So yeah, I got health. Over to you, buddy.
Oh, to me. All right,
You
we're
see
at
this
number.
little thing? We got a circle table. Just gonna
Yeah,
go like this.
we're number 2. Well, I know, but I didn't want to speak, because sometimes I speak out of turn and you just blast me for a minute and a half. So you're not
the circle jerk
shut the
down,
fuck
yeah.
up.
When I called you out for yawning, now I'm.
Yeah,
You gotta read that and go.
See,
You
so
gotta
they
pick
could
me
have
up.
seen me. Nobody would know I was yawning if you wouldn't have called me out.
If
And
the ship was sinking, this motherfucker, I'd be drowning already. You gotta go. Let's go. Keep it going.
Number 2. We're at number 2. Number 2 was actually my wife, because of number 5 and number 4 and number 3. I don't have any of that, because, honest to God, I mean, I was in a place when I met my wife that if I wouldn't have met my wife, I might not be alive. I mean, as you guys know, I'm a twin, and my twin, I look at him to this day, and a garbage shithole life that he's in now, I was heading down the exact same path when I met my wife, and she went, "No, we're cleaning you up." And I resisted a lot. I mean, we went through a lot of hard years, because I was fucked. I was doing some dumb shit, and I was addicted to some dumb shit. You know what I mean? And she stuck, and a lot of women were, "Fuck that, I'm out of here." There's other million men in
You're
this
right.
team.
You're blessed.
That's real, though,
Yeah,
man.
and she stood right there, cleaned me up, and I can honestly say I'm the man I am today and I have what I have today because of my wife.
And she's gonna ask you, C-Rebel, why in the fuck didn't you put me down as number one then, bitch?
No, she won't. When she hears my number one, she won't.
Nice. No, that's very
But
good.
yeah,
very
yeah.
good.
I mean, but without number two, I don't have 5.
No, that's
2, 1.
amazing. That's very, very amazing.
You know what I mean, I'm not even here to celebrate with you guys if I would have never met Crystal Gibbons.
Nice. Very good.
facts,
I like
man.
that.
That's real. I like
All right, love you, babe.
All right, enough of the mushy shit.
Yeah, he'd be home shortly.
She's like, Shh, keep him an hour longer.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there they are. Hey,
Hey, how you doing?
how you doing?
She heard my message. I'm coming.
Hollywood, over to you.
I'm gonna say fam. Whatever's left of it, family. Yeah, that's a big one. You know, always good ups and downs. But you got to say the fam comes from all different, origins and all over the world.
You can't pick them, baby.
You can't pick them. Yeah, absolutely. So I'd say fam is my that's my number 2. And then I'll have my number 1 up shortly. See, Rebel.
As will I.
Yes.
With that being said, well, since you brought it up,
Yeah.
that's actually going to be my number 1.
Nice.
So family obviously starts with my son, my parents, my brothers, and I include close friends in that as well.
Yes.
Because once you're family, you're family. I really don't see you as technically you are a friend, but to me you're
Yeah,
friend.
yeah,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? You know who's crew thick at the end of the day. And part of that is also a good woman behind you. When you do have a good woman, it can make all the difference.
I could change your entire life.
Yeah.
But the wrong woman could literally send you down a spiral.
Oh, there's no doubt
You know
about
what I mean?
that.
So
and I think we all been there, and I've been
everybody
blessed,
at this table has.
been blessed in that regard too. So I'm very, very grateful for that because there's times you're not sure. There's
yeah.
a lot of bad out there. You know what I mean? You experience different things, and it all makes you who you are, and you know what you're going to put up with, what you're not. Yeah. So that's family too, man. So I feel like your heart's warm, when family's there. And that includes my uncles, who I'm super close to, too, you know what I'm saying? And cousins, and they reach out and we talk. So when your heart's full, your belly's full, and your balls are empty, it's a great fucking, great
Well, more
day.
than
man.
one.
You're still filled, C-Rebel.
No, actually, they've been pretty drained. She's been taking care of those lately. She's been milking those down pretty good lately. I can't complain.
Oh, man. And that includes my dogs, too. I love my dogs,
Yes,
man.
oh,
But those
yeah.
guys got me through a very, very hard time in my life, and I'll never forget it. And I love them to death. They're like an extra son and daughter that I never
Yeah,
had.
oh, yeah, no doubt.
Absolutely.
And poor
Absolutely.
Ace, he's still trying to get some.
He's trying to thump a pillow and everything else, right?
He's still shortcoming, per se, down there.
That nose going a mile a minute.
Oh, yeah. It's fine. He ain't big enough, boy. He just ain't big enough, boy.
Go bend over, Ciro, put his nose in your ass.
I'm good. I'll take your word for it.
All right, so that's my number 1. Go ahead.
My number 1 leads into why you said it wasn't my number 1, because without my number 2, I don't have my number 1, and that's my kids. That's my and the happiness they've given me to watch them go out into life and experience the things. Especially, I have 2 that are at once at the age of 18, the other one's 23. I have 4 kids altogether. 3 I had with my wife that I'm with now. My oldest one I had with something else when I was younger.
Yeah.
And I'll just leave it at that. But he's still my son. He's still my son, and I watch him right now. I was a young wild Southmorn hood rat. She was a retard, and he didn't come into the best of circumstances. You know what I mean?
Right.
And the very fact that he was able to overcome my fog addicted areas until I met my wife, and then still blossoming into the young man he is today, still thriving, still doing good. I'm happy with
And
that.
you got a good relationship with him?
Oh yeah. We have a great relationship.
That's
Yeah. He's 23 years old. He's got. I mean, he works at Domino's, but he's went through the whole system to where he's really high up there. He does really good, makes great money. He's got a decent apartment. Nobody pays for shit for him. He takes care of himself. He's got a good girl that helps him out, watches him out for him.
Very good.
And then I have one, and just like I said, I have an 18-year-old that just left the house. I have a 13-year-old who's smart as a whip. Both my younger 2 are both all A students, and everybody wants that everybody wants that star athlete son. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I have one of those. I had one this year.
See, Rebel is just absolutely blessed.
Tom,
He's just glowing right
Yeah,
now.
I am. I'm talking about son playing football. I mean, you've been there, and I knew he was going to be pretty good. Okay, because I worked him so
a
hard.
happy dad. That's
Right.
amazing.
I had no idea he was going to go out there and play football the way he played football, and I walk out there like I'm 5'7" sometimes watching him.
and you're 5'4".
Yeah. That's the base of the
Damn MILF.
I can see. I'm level with the fence.
You know, and these are things that you'd like to see your kids look back at one day and go, "Wow, look how happy my dad was to talk about me." You know what I mean? How excited that I made him.
Oh, right. He said. We played in the game against Hazel Park. Or no, I take that back. We played in a game against Port Huron, and I got to be the sports commentator in the broadcast booth, and he ran a 43-yard touchdown where he broke 3 tackles. I have it on my phone. And I got to call the game, and it was one of my best calls. And he was like, "Dad, as I was going down our field, you're going, he could go all the way in the 4th broken tackle." He was like, that made me feel good to self as I heard my dad in the press box, and I'm running down the sidelines to the end zone. Dude, I told myself, I think I got done, touchdown, Bearcats! I was like, I ain't never going to get a better moment than that. I don't care if he goes to the NFL, there'll never be a better moment than watching him run down that sideline. It was great.
Yeah, it's a great feeling.
I can see Rebel being like Coach Prime out there, man. Just
yeah,
a different version of Coach Prime.
Is the Coach Prime experiment over with now yet, by the way?
We'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah, that ship is sailed and burnt to the ground. Just saying,
It went sideways real quick.
sideways.
Oh yeah.
It's sitting next to the Titanic. Sideways, my ass.
All right, Hollywood, what do you got number 1?
It's a mixture. My health for one. Good thing on the right track. Many years of abuse and bad habits, put me in a position of not being healthy, and getting everything back on track. I mean, shit. A lot of stuff, it wasn't good for like 15, 16 years. You know what I mean?
Right.
And to see that stuff, just, even the losing of weight and everything, just amazing. You know what I mean? And your results and everything speak for itself. That you're going in the right way and you stay on that right path and how you feel and the eyes of others. You know what I'm saying? So,
and that's not always easy to do. I mean, it's not always easy to do
you
that.
have to check yourself in sometimes, and you have to. People could say, "Oh yeah, you look fine," and you have to see that yourself. And when you see that, like I did, and I couldn't believe it, man. I was like, wow. I was showing Mike. It was actually a picture of me and him together. And I said, look at this, man. Look at this guy's sick. Look at him in the pit. Mike was like, I just never really looked at it like that. I said, but I see it.
Yeah.
And it was horrible, dude. And I look at that.
Some of the best motivation you ever got then, right?
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
And I never, ever looked at myself like that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, I needed that to go, wow. Why didn't anyone else see that? But I had to see it.
And you saw it and look at it today, you sexy bitch.
Yeah.
I noticed it the other day, too.
The beautiful man you are there,
man.
I never really knew until you pointed it out, and I was like, yeah, I could see it. And then, like, just you talking to Corey a couple weeks ago here, had your hat backwards. It reminded me of you when you were in your softball days again.
Yes.
Like, wow, it's crazy. Like, when you put some effort into something, how much can really change. Mm-hmm. So
I had one of those moments in my life, too, that was... I didn't have the fortune to know you years ago. I've met you recently. I'm glad I did.
Yeah.
You remember me back before I got these fixed, and it was hammer time. It was jacked ugly, and I never really let it bother me until I started going to the Lions games all the time, getting seats and tickets taken, and people started taking a lot of pictures. And I started looking how everybody good. Everybody looked at the picture, and you see my just hit nasty gnarled grill in there. Missing 3 teeth, you know what I mean? And then that's when it hit. And so I've had that moment, you know what I mean? So I can appreciate you saying I can appreciate where your mind was there. Because my mind went there. And I proceeded to spend 5 times what I told my wife I was going to spend.
Yeah.
I'm just going to get 1 tooth fixed. And
it's self-awareness. It probably made you a more confident, brighter person.
Oh, yeah, absolutely it did. Night and day. Mm-hmm. Maybe one day I'll let you put a before and after picture up.
No, we don't have to do that to you. That's self-motivation,
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, that's
good stuff.
I mean, I look at it all the time. And then I go, yeah.
I know exactly where your mind was when you looked at that picture, because I was in the exact same frame of mind when I went, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, exactly.
I was just doing that 5 years ago. They were posting pictures like of me at the banquet, Eagles, right? And I'm on the podium, dapping my players up. They're all walking up. I'm like, God damn, that suit don't even fit me, man. Like I'm so puffed out. Look like a puffy taco in Charles, dog. Like, damn, I was swollen, man. Just let myself go and miserable. And that's going to be my number 2. People may be like, okay, football saved my life in a sense. Because without what I learned in football and my opportunities to coach and be a leader and help break me out of a shell and meet all the great people that I've met, I don't know. I don't know where my life would be. So I'm super grateful for the game and what it taught me. Because I remember my sophomore year, I was a third-string quarterback going into camp, and I won the job. Granted, there were some things that happened, some injuries and whatnot, but once I got that opportunity, I had 2 colleges looking at me, started most of the season until I got hurt. And I had opportunities, but I was like big shot. That's why I think it's important to have dads that are involved and good role models to keep you on the up and up. Yeah. Because I went totally awry. Thought I was a big shot, had a little opportunity, tried to run with that, got in all kinds of trouble, been places you don't want to go. You know what I'm saying? So without that game, but teaching me discipline, hard work, teamwork, the grind, that grit that we talk about all the time, like here in Detroit, not to sound corny, but it's true, man.
It's true. It's
the
very
game
true.
Teaches you so much about the game of life. Yeah. I don't know where I'd be or what I'd do without it.
Oh yeah,
and that's from the heart, man. Because I've coached for over 10 years now, and it's a big part of my life. And it
the ups and the downs. You see the ups and the highs and lows.
I'm in the beginning stage of where he is now from, and I'm only in year 3. You know what I mean? And already, what it's given to me so fast, I can't get enough of it. It's the off season, and I have to go down there. I have to be part of it. I have to get involved. I have to get spirit wear going. I have to do something just because it's so.
And years later, see, Rub, you're gonna look like someone's gonna come to your house or see you in Walmart and say, "Hey, Coach, how you doing?" Or there's kids that come in the neighborhood. They're like, they trick or treat here. They still call me and text me. Like that shit's awesome.
Oh man,
that's how you know you've had an impact on someone's life.
Absolutely,
and that's bigger than a lot of things, man.
I had one moment this year, funny, because I've had a kid for 3 years now, and all the coaches know I had that. I had a kid come to me and he played left guard for me, and me and him grew together. Neither one of us knew what we were doing. By year 3 now, he's my best guard, probably one of the best guards in the league. He's in great shape, and his parents came up to me this year and said, the reason why he's done as well this 3 years is because of you. There's nothing that's going to top that. You know what I mean? When you have somebody tell you, my kid's doing as well as he's doing because of you. But the thing, I didn't say this, and I wish I would have. I thought later, your kid gave me way more than I could have given him.